Welcome back to Tech Help with Mr. Zach. I'm Mr. Zach, and hey, he's got another great lesson for you guys today, so we're going to check it out. Today we're going to talk about eBooks, because we found out how to get to Destiny Discover. Now let's find out some of the great resources that it has. So, once you're in Destiny Discover, you're going to notice a couple different things. Lightbox, eBooks, and then the interactive ebooks, which really basically are just bringing us back to Lightbox. We're going to focus on this topics portion. The topics are going to direct you to the ebooks. So if you have a specific topic in mind for something that you want to read, this would be my advice, is go through that. If maybe there's some stuff you want to search, or just go through every single ebook and see if there's anything interesting to you, then you can go through this section right here, which just says ebooks. Today, though, we're going to talk about this, our topics. Now, a lot of you guys are into scary stories, so we'll use that as our example. Now, when we go into our topics section, it's going to pop up with a bunch of books that are going to be related to that genre. Now, there's going to be a few things I'm going to point out. First thing, we notice a little tab right here. It says in. We also notice one that says, well, there's an 8 or a sideways 8. That's an infinity symbol. And then there's another one that says out. So some books through our catalog are going to have a designated number of copies, just like a real library. You would have maybe somewhere between 1 to 5 copies of a book. And once those are all checked out, well, then you gotta wait your turn to find that book. There are gonna be some books that are gonna end up being out altogether, just like this one. So pay attention up to the top which kind of book that is. Those that say in are gonna have a specific number of copies, while if it's out, that means right now somebody's already checked it out. And then we have this one here, which has an infinite amount of copies. So the nice thing about these books is, let's say you wanted to read the book at the same time that your friends are reading it. I don't know, whatever reason you would have for wanting to have an infinite amount of copies, that book's always going to be there. Anytime you come into Destiny Discover and you're looking for that book's going to be ready to go, ready for you to check it out. So we'll cruise through a couple of these examples just to kind of show you. Got all the lovely bad ones. This is Edgar Allan Poe's, I believe, Telltale Heart. Let's say, was that or The Raven? And this, I believe, is a graphic novel depiction, which is kind of a cool spin-off. Deep, Dark, Dangerous. We've got Don't Read This. I won't, because it told me not to. We've got Do You Know the Kukui? I mean, look, step aside Muffin Man. You don't need to know the Muffin Man. You just need to know the Kukui. Keep yourself safe out there when you're sitting on the sidewalk. And then we've got, as we scroll down, more and more books are going to keep popping up. And keep in mind, whatever books are on here right now, there will be more that are going to be continually added to this selection. So maybe one day there wasn't a specific book that you found that was of interest to you. A couple weeks later, there might be a ton more and a huge selection that wasn't there before. So keep that in mind. So another thing I'll mention is none of these books are in any particular order as far as reading level. So you notice none of them say anything regarding whether it's for first grade, second grade. These are just in sort of whatever order. So much like the library, you kind of have to look through the book and read it for yourself, a couple pages, which is easy enough, because once we click on a book, so we'll use Don't Read This as an example. When Malcolm gets a school assignment to write a research report on a long-dead local hero who wrote a book about his adventure-packed life, he's shocked to meet the author's ghost, who reveals that he was a fake. So the ghost was real, but his writing was a fraud or something. Well, I guess you'd read it and you'd find out. But in any case, you get the option. Number one, you get this cool little summary. So, one thing is in our library, a lot of times the barcode on the back covers the quick little reference that you can use to see what the book's about. But on top of that, you get to go through and read a little bit in the book. So you click open, and the book will open to where you can check out a couple of the pages. That'll pop up. You can click allow. That's just if you end up saving. I think there's certain books you can save stuff onto your device. So just click allow. It's not going to hurt anything. Now, a couple quick features I'll go over is you can have the book read to you just like an audiobook. So let's say you just want to listen to it. You're busy doing something. You're getting a pump up in the gym. You're doing some house chores, whatever it is. You can listen to the book, whether it's on a mobile device or you're maybe playing it in the background on your device. You can click the play button up there. This also gives you some audio options to adjust that play button. You can adjust how the display is showing it to you. You can do multiple pages or zoom to fit, which does that. Fits the picture a little bit bigger. You can do multiple pages at once, which for some reason it's just taking some time, but I'm telling you that's what that one does. Oh, it's just because it's not going to show you the next one. All right. Wait. All right, well, never mind. I don't know why it's not working. But in any case, that's normally what it does. I guess on this one, for some reason, it's just setting up for one. Regardless, there's some cool features in there. So, check those out. And the last thing that I'll make note of is that, let's say you decided, you don't even have to go back to close out the book and do all that. You can just check out the book from within the little example reading that you're looking at. So it's a great feature to use. And lastly, of course, there is the favorite and the collection. So you can add this to a list of your own collections. Let's say you're a huge scary book and horror franchise buff. You can make a whole collection on it. And that way you just have a list. Your friends can check those out as well. And I'm sure that'll be a video I'll have later on. So with all that said, I think that should give us a good start on eBooks. And we'll probably dive a little bit further in. I'll make mention, The Haunted Sanatorium is the first Let's Read book that I have, which is going to be listed under the playlist of read alouds or Let's Read. So check that out on the same channel. And yeah, up until then, keep on reading. Use this resource wisely. It's going to make you great. So do it as much as you can, but use that power responsibly. Don't become a villain with all this information you're going to gain. Use it for the good. Until next time, I'm Mr. Zach. Catch you later.